God's grace is sufficient for you. So go do the thing. Stop waiting. You can do it. Hi, welcome back to The One. I'm Chantal Lynn, and this is a channel where we are leaning away from striving and diving deeper into who God is. So let's get into today's topic. It's all about knowing that God's grace is sufficient. One of my favorite verses is 2 Corinthians 12:9. It says, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me." So this should be encouragement to us. We can boast in our weakness. We do not have to be perfect. So that literally eliminates striving right then and there. The option to strive off the table. It produces nothing. No fruit, actually. So stop striving and lean into your weakness. Lean into the thing that you feel like is keeping you from obeying what God is calling you to do. Whether that's you feel insecure about how you show up on camera, or you feel like you're not a good leader, whatever it may be, or you feel like you are too short, too tall, not fit enough, whatever it may be, know that you are already more than enough. So whatever it is, know that God is here for you. The way that he made you is fearfully and wonderfully made. So that in itself is a beautiful thing. Who you are is good. That is not the issue. Sometimes the issue lies in how we see ourselves. Like that can be a weakness or a handicap to us. And that is where God's grace is sufficient. He's saying whenever you feel like who you are is not enough, in your humanity you're not enough, know that God's grace is more than enough for you. He has called you to a specific thing, and he knows who he called. So trust that. Trust that he knows exactly who you are, and he's not expecting you to be anything other than who he created you to be. So this is very humbling because it's saying, you know what? None of us will meet God's glorious standard. We all fall short. However, he is sufficient for us. He has met the standard. He has paid the price for us to meet that standard. So let me recognize that. Let me own up to that. Like, okay, I couldn't meet this in my own strength. I'm going to have faith that God's grace covered it for me and just go do the thing. He wants you to show up and be exactly who he called you to be, to do what he called you to do, to operate an assignment for the kingdom of heaven. So go do that. Don't allow any insecurity to keep you from walking heavy. Walk heavy, please. Know that God's strength is made perfect in your weakness. So in the relationship between you and Christ, you can take him anything. You can take him all of your problems, all of your worries, all of your concerns about anything, about yourself, about your relationships, about your assignment, about you and him. Take it to him. He will show you that it's not too heavy for him. And he will even perfect the way that you see the situation. He will purify your lens so that you know he's really with you. Remember, his grace is sufficient for us. His strength is made perfect in our weakness. So that should be encouraging, okay? I mean, it's like a kid and their father. There's so much that the kid cannot do or is just inadequate to complete. So the kid may be too small, they may not have enough money, they may not have the resources and tools they think they need, but God does. Their good father does. So whenever you feel like, I don't have enough, know that your father is there to be a dad, a good dad, to cover the gaps and whatever it is you're missing, to provide for you, right? So when God has called you, whatever he's called you to, whatever that specific thing is that you're holding off on, go back to 2 Corinthians 12:9. But he says to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. Allow God's power to rest on you. Boast all the more gladly about your weaknesses. God knows what they are. He knows what your insecurities are. He wants to cover them for you. But be loud and boast about them so that you are creating space for him to cover them. It's literally you saying, okay, God, like, yeah, you're right. Like, I can't actually do this in my own strength. I want your strength. I want you to be the one to get the glory out of this, because there's no way that in my humanity that I could fulfill any task that you give me without you. So please take it. You know what? I don't have enough money right now, but you're my ultimate provider. So I'm covered. I'm good. I know you can give me all the resources in Jesus' name. So what am I tripping off of, you know? Go do the thing. I don't know what it is, but go do it, because whatever you feel like your insecurity is not keeping God from doing a thing for you or for his people. If anything, it's just keeping you from God, from experiencing more life with God. He calls us to things so that he can abide with us. He doesn't need us for anything, like at all, actually, but he wants us in everything because he loves us deeply. So if there's something that's keeping you from God or keeping you from doing or walking with God, don't even give that time of day, okay? Take it to him, boast about your weaknesses, and know that he's here to cover them with his grace. His grace is sufficient. It's all okay. It's all okay, I promise. I love y'all. Pray that you know that God's grace is sufficient in your life, that you feel confident in going to him and laying it all out on him and walking with what he's giving you, walking in his strength, okay? It doesn't have to be yours. It shouldn't be yours. It is all in God's strength. You are the one that he loves, so live like it. Love y'all.